So in the last video, we took the data file that we had and we transformed it into an RDD. And we parsed the RDD and we got a structured RDD. Now we want to add more structure by transforming this RDD into a data frame. Okay, so seemingly this is all very easy. You say all data frame is SQL create data frame of the data that we created and schema that we defined before. And now now we have this thing with the right schema, and it takes just 1 second to do that. Okay, so this is now a data frame that defines this structure. And the data frame is really the form that we want to work with, because the data frame has various mechanisms to both compress the data and make the data queries execute quickly. So what we're doing is we're going to save the file into a Parquet directory and on HDFS. So Parquet is a nice data structure on disk that allows column-wise compression and allows efficient access to elements in the data frame. And it is compatible with HDFS, so it can be stored in a distributed way on all of the workers. And that takes some time, 17.3 seconds. And if we look at the size under HDFS of the original CSV file and the new Parquet file, we see that the Parquet file is significantly smaller, and that is because Parquet knows how to do column-wise compression. So now that we have it on HDFS, we want to store it for later use on S3. So we just do the reverse of what we did before. We do a dup copy to local of the Parquet and to weather.parquet. And here we don't need, even though this is really a directory, we don't need to say recursive. Just say that we want to copy it. And then we copy this. Here we do need to say that it's recursive from the head node to S3. And now it, after 16.6 seconds, now it resides on S3. And now we can turn off our cluster and things will just stay as they were. So to summarize, we saw how to define a schema and transform an RDD into a data frame. We save the data frame as a Parquet file, and Parquet compresses automatically. We can copy the Parquet directory to a head node and then to S3. And I recommend very much for real project, whenever you have a real project to do, is first of all transform your data into Parquet directory and then put those directories on S3 and then start working from there. Because each time to deal with problems of parsing that takes a long time and also creates various errors is just not very efficient. So next, I'm going to show you how to work directly with those Parquet files, and you'll see how efficient it can be once you have that in this form.